Holy cow, can you get any better intro music than that? I don't think so. Welcome to the number one Pokemon GO podcast that is named Pokemon GO Podcast. I have Charles McFall. That is Joe Embrace_R. And this is better than Pokemon fill in the blank because, well, you know, we like to pick on people, but, you know, I don't like to be too mean. So. All right, Joe, how you been doing this week?
I've been doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and catch this Totodile, and then I will take a look at my recent.
Awesome.
But I've gotten several raids in, not quite as many as I was hoping to. But, you know.
I've gotten Unos. But the name was the coolest thing. Now, I'm not talking about the Pokemon as Zentai, and it's fine. But I'm not sure how I came across this friend. So if you listen to the show, I love your game name. It's Dr. Pepper, but it's like DOKTER, PEPR, something like that. But Dr. Pepper invited me to raid with him, and I did. It was cool. We took down the Entei.
46 flavors of raiding.
46 flavors.
Isn't that what? Maybe the number's wrong, but I thought Dr. Pepper was
I don't know.
46 flavors.
You'd have to talk to my
Dr.
wife.
Pepper.
I don't know. She's the Dr. Pepper queen in this house. I have gotten like 3 things off of my Johto collections list. I don't really care to that person that texted me. Yeah. It is a thing out there, but I didn't really catch a whole lot this week, but I did get to do that little raid. I feel like I maybe caught something new, but at the same time, maybe not. So I'm looking at my photos, and I'm going to go with not.
Not?
Just Entei. Entei was it.
There you go. Well, last week on air, I caught a shiny Nincada. Did another Mega Ampharos raid, so that's pretty awesome there. Other than that, it's just been general catching here and there, what I could and what I can. So, but yeah, it's been a pretty good week. A little bit slow. I'm not gonna lie, my leg has been acting up. So that, you know, shouldn't be an excuse because, well, most of the gameplay can be done from your house anyway. But yeah. But yeah, it's been a pretty good week for me.
Good. Good, man.
Should we check and see what Discord has to share with us?
The Discord. I saw you had the balloon. I was like, man, I can't tell you the last time I fought one of the Team Rocket balloons. They're around a lot, but I just haven't had time to mess with them. Oh, I'm already seeing some teasers as you scroll back up to where we're going to start here in the Discord.
If I'm not mistaken, we need to start right here with Nolte finishing the Johto challenge.
Nice, Nolte. Very well done. I think he's completed all the challenges then so far.
Yes.
All the collection challenges.
Yes, he has. And then Perjurjurt with a shiny 14-15 Entei, so that's a 96% Entei. Pretty awesome there. US Nate Scout has already completed the Johto Collection Challenge as well, so that's pretty awesome. Nabbed himself a shiny Shadow Pinsir and a shiny Shadow Scyther in back-to-back balloons, so that's pretty awesome. Team Magma Tyler with a shiny Rayquaza from the research. That is boss. Pretty sweet there. Hallowed Robin showing off a shiny Entei and a shiny Groudon. US Nate Scout showing off a shiny Chikorita. Nolte needing oh no, it's 2 different ones. I was like, is that needing 2 different screenshots just for shinies? No, one of them shinies, one of them's 100%. But grabbed 5 shiny Entei, a shiny Gligar, 2 shiny Groudon, 3 shiny Mareeps, a shiny Mudkip, and a shiny Kyogre, as well as 100% Typhlosion and 100% Absol. Pretty awesome stuff. But that is the experiences of the week in our Discord. If you want to take part in that, you can go to patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast, and both of the tiers get you access to Discord.
Discord! Yep. Or Datcord. I don't know.
No, it's definitely Discord.
Definitely Discord. Now, you had a really good topic of discussion last week, and I saved my answer. Should expanded trade distance be a permanent feature or remain an event exclusive? And let's see what people have said. Now, when we put out these discussions, Joe, where would they be able to jump in on them?
You can find that on our Reddit page. That's reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast. And that's where we put sources that we're going to discuss. That's where we put the discussion points. And if other people want to add sources as well, for instance, El Gringo Suave hops in a fair bit and puts his own sources, then you can add those there for us to discuss.
So. And it is really, really good. So Grayson_players7 says permanent for sure. It's a permanent for sure. And I'm going to make you read the long ones. I'm going to take the short ones. Oz-November says, yes, absolutely. Which is not really an answer because it's a either or. Is it permanent? So I'm going to assume they want them permanent.
Yeah, in general, when someone answers yes, when it's an or, they generally are saying yes to the first option. At least that's been my experience with people who answer like that. So I'm going to assume that they want it as a permanent feature. So, if we're wrong, feel free to correct us. Os-Nov. So is that like a November Australian?
Kind of, I guess. What's JackitK say?
All right, so yes, the big one comes to us from JackitK, and he says, as nice as it would be, I get why Niantic as a company doesn't want to do it. Niantic has always wanted to push local communities over online communities since day one. If we give people the power to trade with everyone, then there isn't an incentive to trade with locals. It stinks that they don't make an exception with the way the world is, but it is a thing that once they open those floodgates, they'll never be able to close them. Hopefully there's room for a little compromise, though. If it were up to me, I would keep the remote trading distance as a special bonus, what Niantic calls all the current bonuses, like more gifts and no walk distance for GBL for the current time, and it opens it up even wider for events. It'd also be good to let people trade remotely with lucky friends. Or, if we want to encourage people to visit locally once the world is back to normal, make them wait a month after they hit lucky friends to assure they are actually in a situation they can't easily meet up before giving them access to remote trade. Also, don't tell anyone. Well, we're going to tell anyone anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm not really in a rush to do remote lucky trades anyways. There's some people like close friends and podcast people I'd love to trade with, but there's also a lot of locals I haven't seen in so long they feel like randos. The last thing I want is to be bombarded with people trying to trade with me when I don't have anything to trade with them. Well, in answer to that last part, they do have a feature where you can say that you're offline. So if you don't want to trade with randos, you can just be like, I'm offline.
Well, yeah, okay. That's a little oversimplified, Joe. But yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think that's part of the issue is I don't think doing the just remote trading period is easy enough because it takes a lot of communication, right? If you think about it, when you trade, you sit there. I'll just tell you my experiences, and this has been at Dragon Con. It's been out here locally. If I'm at Community Day or something and find somebody, I am not a collector, right? So I just want Pokemon that I don't have, right? So I can fill in that box. And someone's like, "Oh, what do you got? What do you have to trade?" I'm like, "I don't know. I have literally handed my phone to strangers. I'm like, flip through, see what you want." Nah, staying close to them because I'm not gonna like turn my back on them and walk off. But I like flip through, and so I would have an extreme difficulty with this going. I don't know what you want. And I mean, and then so talking about infrastructure, how do you put in a communication thing if you're remote trading? If I'm trying to trade with Nolte, now, okay, Nolte's in our Discord, but let's say Nolte wasn't in our Discord, because not everybody who listens to the show and interacts with us in the game is in our Discord. So let's say Nolte's not in the Discord and I want to trade with him. How do I really work out communication easily? Because everybody in this game is now, right? That's how it is. It's like, I'll trade with you, Joe, when I see you. And what do you got? Okay, cool. We both traded with Barry Falk when we saw him in Chicago, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of a now thing. So even with Barry, how do I communicate well with Barry to say Barry's easy. That's a bad example because Barry's like, take this. I'll take whatever trash you got. But you know what I'm saying? Is most trades are what we saw at the festivals. The big signs like I'm looking for this or this or this, and that whole trading pin was always full. My whole thought process as a business is how do you make it easy? Because if it's not easy and it doesn't work smoothly, just because it's remote doesn't mean as good. They'll get ripped apart. It's like, why'd they do this? This is horrible.
So here's the thing. This is what I would like to see them do. And it's inspired by what the main series games did in Generation 6, I believe is when they started. They introduced a thing called Wonder Trade. Now I don't want actual Wonder Trade. So what Wonder Trade is you say, here's a Pokemon. You just throw it out there, and someone else is also throwing a random Pokemon out there, and you just get something that someone else tossed out. Could be awesome, could suck, you don't know. But what was actually really neat with the Wonder Trade is that streamers would go on and be like, okay, I'm sending 100 and something, I'm sending a ton of really, really good Pokemon in a wonder. I'm doing an hour of Wonder Trading, and they just bam, bam, bam. And so they send a whole bunch of really good stuff out there, and just, they have fun doing that. So that was a neat experience in Wonder Trade, but I don't want quite that. But what they also introduced is kind of almost like classifieds, where you say, I'm putting up this Pokemon, I am asking for this Pokemon, and if someone comes along and they like that, boom, they do the trade, and so when you go back on, that Pokemon is coming to you, and they get the Pokemon that you were putting up for trade. They could do something similar, but maybe instead of making it fully remote, keep it within a distance. That would be pretty neat. Being able to say, hey, these Pokemon or these trainers within 40 kilometers, I think is what they've been doing for distance trading. These trainers within 40 kilometers of you, this is a board of those people. This is what the trades are. And so that would allow a bit more dynamic for trading. And it could even be a bit more expensive if they're not on your friends list, to then again encourage you, hey, do trading with friends. But it also provides an opportunity, some flexibility in that. Just an idea, just kind of riffing here.
Sure. Now, to answer the question specifically, from my point of view versus what I was talking about with the company and stuff, I think it should remain an event exclusive, personally. Because that's one more cool thing to look forward to, when they have an event. Because sometimes, how many times have we read an event, Joe, on this show? Like, it's kind of whatever, sure. But at least, even some of these community days, right? We've been playing since day one. Well, okay, I've been playing since like day 7. I think you've been playing since day 1. If we're going to be accurate here. And we caught a lot of things. So, like Roselia is coming up as a community day again. And we're like, okay. And you and I don't do Go Battle League. So her special move is, sure, because it doesn't affect us. But it's like, hey, but remote trading, right? Maybe then you can do something. And then you figure it out when you're on Discord. Because the Niantic didn't have to figure anything out. But my personal stance is, I think it should remain event exclusive because it gives us something to look forward to.
Yeah, I would be fine with it remaining event exclusive as long as they added in the feature that would allow lucky friends to trade regardless of where they're at. Because Lucky Friends right now isn't like it's special, but how often do people realistically use it? And maybe this is just well,
because but the Lucky Friends I got were from Dragon Quest are literally on the other side of the world, so I don't get to use it.
Yeah, and I've used it maybe a dozen times, and it
is fun, right? I mean, when you use it, like, oh, this is really cool.
And then if I go over here to my friends list, let's go friendship level. No, the other way, and let's see. I've just on this first screen that has 5 people, 3 of them I have Lucky Friend status with.
Brant Pandic.
Yep.
Look at that.
And Brant is from Dragon Con, and he's a patron.
Or Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
That loser on the bottom, why are you even friends with them? I don't get it.
What a jerk.
What a jerk face.
Yeah, see, I'm scrolling through it. There's just Lucky Friend. And yeah. And so I wish that you could do lucky trades regardless of distance. And I get that it would require more coordination, but at the same time, I think that would be awesome. Oh, Civilian on Base, I am sorry. Civilian on Base comments in that they have never had a lucky friend. Now, have you never had a lucky friend or never had a lucky friend trade?
Or you just not have friends because, it's Civilian on Base. I was playing. I would trade with Civilian. He said both.
Both. Okay.
And then he said yes because he doesn't have friends.
We'll be your friend, Civilian on Base. We like you.
Say he's just a friend. Hey, I hadn't seen Yanmon forever, dude.
I just realized that I'm showing is offline. I need to switch that so that I can get interrupted during our podcast.
Yeah. I think I have. I know Nicole 0991 is a lucky friend. I might have one other. But yeah, I don't know. Now I do like that Nicole is my lucky friend because if I do get to see her again, like at a Dragon Con, because she's in Austria, in case people have forgotten, she will have stuff that I definitely don't have, and that'll be a fun trade. So, all right. Well, I guess, Joe, on that note, we'll put in our break, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Boom. We are on break for some people, and not on break for others.
True.
Because that's just how Twitch works. Dun, dun, dun. And I am doing horrible with my throws right now because this jerk keeps hitting them back at me. Boom.
I wonder if I can click that and it'll play it. We're going to find out. Here we go, man.
All right.
Actually, let's do it different. We did something like that last week.
I want to be the very best like no one ever was. Catch them is my real test.
Get it, Joe.
To train them is my cause.
Mormon cause. All right, man. We are back in. I'll be honest with everybody. I am not happy with how this random works on my Go XLR. Because I'd really rather it be more random, right? Because it seems like we come up with some of the same songs every week, but there's a bunch in this list. Like Pokey Violin, I just clicked on it. That's the one from I cannot remember that amazing female artist.
Oh shit!
You know what it is.
Why am I? Yeah, Lindsay Sterling.
That's it, Lindsay Sterling. And I actually clicked on that and said, okay, well, it's random. Maybe if I click on it, nope. So I don't know. Anyway, I apologize to everybody who's going, man, y'all play that stupid Pikachu song every week. I know. I'm trying to randomize it. You know how you can fix that? Email us, show at Pokemon Go. Show at Pokemon Go Podcast.com. And you can say, hey, I have this other cool Pokemon related song that you should check out. If it's YouTube, if it's something else, just let me know. I mean, I've got one on here. Somebody sent us that I recorded that actually I don't see where I put it right a second. That remember it's the guy who did Pineapple Pen, and he did that Pokemon
Pika or whatever,
something like that. Yeah, so very cool. It's very cool, and it's not like we put it once and I'm ignoring it. It's just not coming up. My random button's broken. I don't know what to tell you. So, but we didn't call to talk about that. We called to talk about there's nothing to sneeze at here, Joe.
Achoo!
Sneasel is coming to a timed research and limited research. Well, it's a limited research with a new timed research. So as I get ahead of myself, what is going on here? Okay, it's short, so you can just look. Sometimes if it's long, Joe, I'll set you up. But I'm done. Go for it.
All right. So we are getting Sneasel's limited research event. That'll be on Saturday, January 30th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. local time. And so, just like previous limited research events, all of the Pokestops you get will give you Sneasel during this event exclusive timed research, and Shiny Sneasel will be available. For those that don't remember, Shiny Sneasel is pink. So instead of that bluish color, blue-gray, it becomes pink. And then the new timed research, so starting on Tuesday, January 27th until February 7th, there will be new Team Rocket-themed timed research, and you can encounter a Ho-Oh that knows Earthquake. And so the purpose there...
Okay, how do we see this time research? It should be going on right now. And I would like a Ho-Oh, just another one, honestly. Because I have one, but... I just popped some kind of research, and I got Cherubi. This is my first.
Yeah, so
never mind, carry on.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual research, it's called. Usually, a lot of times they'll have an actual... statement for the event that it is, and then what you have to do. I personally don't have any of those just yet for that, but yeah, you can get a Ho-Oh with Earthquake. Earthquake is a pretty good move, and it does provide some interesting typing for PvP for Ho-Oh, being that Ho-Oh is flying fire type. Earthquake will help counter electric type Pokemon that it runs into, as well as rock type Pokemon. So that'll be good. That will be good.
Yeah. And JackitK saying to me, you might have to scroll down on the Today tab a bit. There's quite a bit of stuff stacked on top of each other. So let me look at that. So I'm in the Today tab, Johto Collection Challenge, Johto Collection Event, and which is the Johto Collection Challenge ends in 2 days. The celebration event ends in 11 days. Another Johto celebration event, 2 days. Season of celebration is in 31 days. Nope, that didn't work. And special bonuses, Pokecoin. Yeah, I don't have anything that really tells me or says, hey, this is how you get your Ho-Oh. Team Go Rocket theme time research. It just says here, stop at Meowth balloons with Jesse and James appearing. I don't know what to do, Joe. Tell me what to do.
JackitK says that he thinks it's the one with the incense reward. So the Johto celebration event, I don't think it's the Johto celebration event, but I could be wrong. Because Ho-Oh is from Johto, so it could be.
Say that 5 times fast.
Ho-Oh is from Johto. Ho-Oh is from Johto. Ho-Oh is from Johto. Ho-Oh is from Johto. Ho-Oh is from Johto.
Somebody fired Joe.
Fired Joe.
Cheeky needs to call in. It's like, Joe, I'm fired, Joe. I can't crave you no more. You're fired.
You fired. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. You can't be DMing me while we're trying to do a.
I know, but I had to get it out of my head, and it's not something we can share on the show. I had to get it out of my head. JackitK says, "Yeah, I think that celebration event is 2 parts. So once you clear those 3 steps, you get to part 2 where you
okay. That would make more sense. That the Johto celebration event is a precursor to the Ho-Oh timed research. So I guess I better hurry up and defeat 3 Team Rocket leaders, which I think I need to turn on a radar. Bloop. I had it off earlier, so.
Why? Why can they not do a new post? What is wrong with you, Niantic? So our next headline, I'm going to read it verbatim.
They're bad at
Go
this
Battle
game.
League Season 6 begins Monday, November 30th. 2020 at 1 p.m. Pacific time because they've done an update. Stop doing updates. Just do a new freaking post, man.
Well, in their defense, all of this is information about Season 6. Granted, Season 6, again, like you said, started in November. But yeah, so what they've updated it now is they are introducing a new themed cup that's starting on February 8th. It's the Love Cup. Thus for Thanksgiving, for Valentine's Day. You can be thankful for your significant other as well, I suppose, on Valentine's Day. Meh. In this format, only red or pink Pokemon that are 1500 CP or less will be allowed to participate. Legendary and mythical Pokemon will not be eligible. And then they proceed to give you a list of Pokemon that are available.
And not in alphabetical order.
Yeah. The order that it is in is Pokedex order, if you were curious.
That kind of... okay, it's not dumb, but it's like, it's dumb. I mean, we need to... I'm looking for one specific thing, so, you need to have... I call shenanigans. Shenanigans. Because Shiny Sneasel is not listed here.
Yeah, I was wondering if shinies
shenanigans.
If shinies would make the cut if their shinies are pink or red. For instance,
Trash Cloaks make the cut. Not shinies.
For instance, Gyarados, shiny Gyarados is red, but Gyarados does not make the list. So, but yeah, Magikarp makes the list though. You can make a full team of Magikarp. Go for it. But
the best Magikarp is not red, so that's just crap.
Well, and shiny Magikarp's not red either.
I know, but it's still gold. A better Magikarp than the regular Magikarp. All right, so there you go. If you like Go Battle League, it started 3 months ago at 1 p.m. Eastern. You're welcome. Team Go Rocket is celebrating. It smells like trouble. They must be in Joe's basement.
Oh man.
Okay, so I'm gonna set you up here. It's gonna start Tuesday.
My basement is lemony fresh.
Well, we have to take your word for it, thankfully. But this event starts Tuesday, February 2nd, and runs to Sunday, February 7th. So as of this recording, even when it gets published, which is usually on Sundays, it's coming up next week. Okay, so depending on when you hear this, Tuesday of the first week of February to Sunday is the only times you can play this. Now, what's going on in these raids, Joe?
All right. So Team Rocket Grunts are gonna have a new lineup of Shadow Pokemon. And that's not the raids portion. The raids portion is down a little bit further, but to start off at the top of this post, Swinub, Nosepass, Aron, Spheal, Lileep, Anorith, and more. They love saying "and more." I mean, it's their version of soon TM.
Yep.
But Pokemon Go Grunts will have entirely different teams during the event and after its conclusion. Defeat Team Go Rocket leaders during the event. What the
different Pokemon?
Oh, okay.
Because I know people like JackitK and others have been saying, why we got the same ones? This one, that, and that. So at least this event changes it up for us.
Yep. And then if you beat the Team Go Rocket leaders, you'll receive a Team Go Rocket leader gift sticker. Since that's the best gift that Niantic could give us is those gift stickers. And then it says, be on the lookout for specific Pokemon popping up in the wild. So, Golbat, Coughing, Ariados, Quillfish, Sneasel, Houndour, Nuzleaf, Stunky, Scoropie, and Venipede. Ooh, and they didn't even say and more on that. Then, of course, they're mixing up the Strange eggs. So that's the 12K eggs. Quillfish, meh. Larvitar, okay. Corfish, meh. Absol, I'm sure there's people that are excited about that. Scoropy, Sandile, good because it's pretty rare to get it anyway. Scraggy, I like it being in there. Ponyard, Vullaby is fine, and Dino are fine. But yeah, the Quillfish, Corefish, and Scorpy, I'm just like, kind of trash there.
Scorpy is always fun to look at. I mean, I don't see them that much. So, I mean, I have them and I have the evolution. But it's just like, hey, buddy, I haven't seen you in a while.
Did you see it? Did you see Popeye's comment? I think he's a little miffed at you. You've got a Sandile, but Popeye has hatched around 50 12K eggs and no Sandile.
Well, embrace the casual, man, and they'll just hand you this crap. That's the secret to this game.
But yeah, then they're doing mix-ups in the raids. So in the 1, 3, and 5-star raids, they're doing mix-ups. 5-star raids will have Raikou and Suicune appearing at different times. And it says to please see the February events blog for more info. Then Mega raids will have Mega Ampharos still, Mega Venusaur, and Mega Houndoom. But yeah. And it says the Team Go Rocket theme time research that begins during the Johto celebration will continue during this event. So that does seem to validate what JackitK was saying before, that you have to finish the Johto celebration event prior to unlocking the Team Go Rocket themed timed research. Also during this time, there will be a half egg hatch distance. And so yeah, that's February the 2nd until February the 7th. So if you need a reminder on that time frame.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. I still don't have a Mega Houndoom. It's okay. I guess I should say I haven't seen one. I can probably just evolve one, but whatever. Mega. What's it called?
You've got to have
Mega Trigger.
You've got to have the Mega candies in order to Mega evolve it.
So I can trigger it, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Yes, let's go with that.
Are you triggered now?
No, because I still don't have a reason to do megas. But I do feel the love in February's events because, let's just oversimplify the month there, Scoob. Because I don't know why I'm doing this voice. But all of February is love.
Yeah, you're doing that voice because you need some Scooby snacks.
I could go for a good cookie right now. But let's see. Okay, I can do this one. This is easy enough. Legendary Pokemon will be hitting 5-star raids throughout February. So right now, until the end of January, we got Entei. As I said, thanks to Dr. Pepper for taking me out to see an Entei. Raikou will be coming Sunday the 31st to Thursday, February 4th. Suicune will hit in Thursday, February 4th to Tuesday, February 9th. And this is all starts and ends at 10 a.m. local time for everybody's wondering. This one I haven't done myself. I've only traded for this one, Latios and Latios. And actually, I need to see if I have. I don't know if I even have gotten both. We'll do February 9th to February 20th. Wow, that's a big jump. Everything else was like a week or a few days, not even a week necessarily. And that's a big jump. Then Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Mewtwo will be appearing. This is like the original New Kids on the Block. Hey, we're 40, but we're touring. Look, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and the bad boy Mewtwo will be appearing in 5-star raids from February 20th.
Well, and part of the reason for that time frame as well is because that's going to happen during the anniversary event.
Yeah. That makes sense, but
because
I still can mock it.
Part of the anniversary event is catching or trading for all of the original 150 Pokemon. So
then you got Mega Venusaur, Mega Ampharos, and Mega Houndoom in raids from the 19th through February 9th. So it's going on right now till February 9th. And Mega Pidgeot, Mega Ampharos, and surprise, Mega Evolved Joard will be appearing in Mega raids from Tuesday, February 9th through Saturday, February 20th. Congrats, man. Get on you for getting in the game.
I'm trying to decide who it's going to be. It'll probably be a Kanto Pokemon. I'm trying to think of which Kanto Mega.
A Mega Weedle?
Well,
because he goes from little to just medium. That's his Mega.
But we've already had Mega Beedrill in the game.
No. I don't want Mega Beedrill. I want something funny and small like Weedle. Mega Weedle.
Bam, Mega Jigglypuff. We're just going fully Pokemon Go exclusive. The only place it is, it's not in the main series game. Mega Jigglypuff.
Megatron. We're finally getting Megatron in this game in a great crossover event.
Actually, there was an episode of the anime that had, it wasn't Mega Jigglypuff, but it was like ancient or prehistoric Jigglypuff, and it was huge with like primal tattoos on it. That would be pretty sweet if they included that in the game. But I don't see them doing that for this. I'm just thinking out loud.
JackitK says they better give us several dozen raid passes for that event. We already had to pay $12 for the ticket. We don't need to pay for the raid passes on top of that. That's like saying I paid $50 to get into this stadium. I don't need to pay another $50 for a soda. That's a small soda.
I wouldn't pay $50 for a small soda.
I'm just kidding. I'm over it. Okay. I was like, okay, here you go, Joe. Well, no, no example I give. Could you actually step up? I'm like, yeah, okay, I get that. But no, I mean, buddy, but JackitK, buddy, they're gonna get you. They might throw one or two freebies your way, but they're gonna get you, man.
Well, so what they'll probably do is something similar to this past event where they gave people a bonus 3 incense. They'll probably do something similar for this as well, because it's very raid extensive. That they'll probably give everyone a few raid passes. I would guess 3 max, and I would hope that they are remote raid passes instead of regular raid passes for the event. But we will have to wait and see. That's my hope, though.
Now, going along with the love event happening in February, because it's so original that we do love in February, it's not even Pokemon. I get ill with every game and every TV show and everything out there that can even get a theme, because February is always love. I'm like, seriously? It's the most made up holidays in the world.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Only if it wears a hat, because that's also the only thing that works in this game is hat. All right, so here's your spotlight hours. Ekans, which has nothing really to do with love, but Ekans is going to be there February 2nd, and twice XP for evolving. February 9th will be Miltank. Okay, that 3 out of 4 of these has nothing to do with love. Miltank is February 9th, and you'll earn twice the Stardust for catching Pokemon. Now, February 16th, 2 days after Valentine's Day. Now, catch what I did there, everybody. I dropped you a subtle hint in case you are with somebody who cares about this crappy holiday. Tuesday, February 16th is 2 days too late to go, oh, crap. I saw Love Disc in the spotlight. It reminded me I screwed up this weekend. But you'll earn twice the XP for catching Pokemon. And February 23rd, Pikachu. I can't even say it, so why? Why do we need him to be in the spotlight?
Well, because female Pikachu, the tail is shaped like a heart. So obviously it had to be Pikachu.
We have got, even if you started this game last week, you've probably caught 2 billion Pikachu, all with hats at this point. What? Okay, I'm moving on. Team Rocket is showing the love February 2nd to February 7th. Team Rocket Grunts will be appearing with previously unseen Shadow Pokemon. So for a week there, you'll get to catch that. What about Community Day?
Like you said before, they're bringing back Roselia for Community Day. That is again Sunday, February 7th. We talked about that last week. They are also going to bring back the same thing they've done every year, which is a themed event around the Lunar New Year. And so for this year, it is the year of the Ox. So it is going to be Ox themed, but encounter red Pokemon, and celebrate the year of the. That's kind of weird, because I would I would think, Ox, maybe Boufflant will be appearing around the world, since Boufflant is only in the northeastern United States.
Okay. I don't do Zodiacs and all that, but this is still cool. Cause I looked it up. I was like, well, maybe the year of the Ox, the symbol is red or something. I was trying to look it up. What I found on Google was the Chinese Lunar New Year. It goes from February 12th, 2021, lasting until January 31st, 2022. Here's the cool part. It will be a metal Ox year. Metal. But other than that, I have no idea why red. Oh, well, you know what? When I click on images, sure enough, there's a whole lot of red.
It's because of the matadors.
Wrong continent. But no, it definitely. Actually, I'm gonna take red out of this search and hit enter. Yeah, no, the ox is red. So that's exactly what it is. When they draw the ox to symbolize the year, it's fully red and white. So there you go. That's why you're catching red Pokemon. See, you learned something on this show.
Okay.
Or not.
And then we talked a bit about the Love Cup coming to Go Fest, and so they're mentioning that here in the lineup, as well as a where is it? The Valentine's Day event itself happening February 14th to the 18th. So yeah, and then some exclusive avatar items during that event. Yay!
If I don't get Love Disc on boxers for my guy, I'm out.
Okay.
It's a Valentine themed exclusive avatar item.
You just gotta. You just want to run around in your boxers.
Did I just break you, Joe? Sorry, didn't mean to break you, Joe. Now this is interesting. I don't recall them really. Maybe in January, because you know my memory, but I really don't recall them really telling us ahead of time what the start that one again. The Pokecoin bundles would be, but they're telling us for this event, February 1st. These are all cost you one Pokecoin bundle. February 1st, you get 20 Pokeballs, a remote raid pass, and a rocket radar. February 8th, you get the 8. Wow, for one coin, you get 8 incense, 16 raspberries, and 10 pineapple berries. For the 15th, you get a remote raid pass. So there's 2 raid passes for 1 coin. Oh, well, I guess 2 coins, technically. 20 Pokeballs and 10 Great Balls and 5 Ultra Balls. And for every 22nd, you get 20 Pokeballs, a remote raid pass, and 5 incense. That's 4 coins. That's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
So, and there's some quality of life stuff coming in there.
I hope so. Was it JackitK or Popeye? Either one, both of them. We're talking about the event and talking about how they better give us raid passes. This better not be the only raid passes they give us, because there's 3 raid passes right there. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it will be. No, actually, they might throw you the Monday raid passes like they did before. They might throw a few things out. I'm having a hard. I would be surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised if they do something like spend once a day and get a free raid pass, which would get you 30 for the month. Well, no, you get
30
something. You get 28. Sorry, I forget February is not a normal month. It's a Joe Ard month. It's just kind of short.
What?
That's funny to me because you're short to me, because I'm taller than you, but you're still taller than
most people are short to you.
I know. That's why it's funny. But so, I mean, I think they're going to throw more than just those raid passes out, but I don't think it's going to be Raining Men or anything like that. All right, so we got an updated infographic here with all level 41 to 50 requires. Okay, so obviously we're not going to read these because some people call it spoilers. They just want to discover it as they go on, which is fair. But if you don't want to wait to see what you're going to have to go through, all level requirements are thrown in and the rewards that you're going to get here. And Joe, of course, if you got anything to throw on that, knock yourself out.
Here, I want to look at the level 40 stuff. Oh, they're level 50 rather. Oi.
Yeah, I think you already know the level 40 stuff.
I'm gonna spoil the first one on there just cause. So
if you don't want, button.
Yeah, fast forward by about 30 seconds. Make 999 excellent throws.
Easy crazy. At least it's not in a row, right?
Oh man,
that would be insane. That number hurts. I'm going to go on record and say I'm never going to hit level 50.
Somebody hit.
It's not going to happen.
Somebody this past week was the first trainer to legitimately hit level 50.
Joe, at level 50 in the rewards, they give you, now 50's the new max, right?
Mm-hmm. They give lucky eggs.
They give lucky eggs. 5 lucky eggs they give you when you get level 50. Now, I know that, well, someday they'll get a level 60. Yeah, but how many years did it take to go from 40 to finally get a level 50?
4.5.
Yeah. I mean, well, let's give them a year off of that because a year is, we're playing, whatever. But Terry Wolf was level 40 times 4,000 for a couple of years, right? So while he has all the XP in the world needed, he's got to do all these other things. So I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird to throw in a lucky egg or much less 5 lucky eggs on that kind of thing. Oh, okay. So we got some code diving going on here, it looks like.
That we do. Granted, this has been in the game for a little while, but this is actually the first I've heard of it personally. But what are they saying? What are they showing us?
I don't.
You can't take a drink. What do you think you're trying?
I know, right? They're poorly according to the title. They're poorly photoshopped and not official. I don't even know how to say these. Is that Bluckberry?
I've always said Bluck. I don't know.
Bluck? Okay.
And then we
doubles the amount of Stardust on successful catch. Copper Bluckberry, double the amount of Stardust on successful catch, increased catch chance. We Pair Berry is double the amount of XL candies on successful catch. If no XL candies will be awarded, one is guaranteed. And Platinum We Pair Berries is double the amount of XL candies on successful catch, increased catch chance. If no XLs will be guaranteed, 2 are guaranteed. What do you think, man?
That's fine with me.
I can see the berries
like
for Stardust.
The one thing is, though, it's just more slots that are going to fill up our bags.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I like it, and I like having the option. But yeah.
And I can see, you junkies and your need for Stardust. I can definitely see the Blucks coming out, but that's fine. I mean, honestly,
well, we can't all be Reversal with his 4 million Stardust.
Only recently have I gotten into an issue because I've been forgetting to charge my gacha, and so it's not spinning things automatically for me. And I forget how spoiled I am when I was doing that because I'd have almost triple digits rather of all the Pokeballs out there, and I'd be trashing berries. And now, like, I have 20 Ultra Balls and 49 Great Balls. Like, that's a little low. But beyond that, I'm not entirely sure because I don't pay attention where max potions come from. But I used to have triple digits of max potions, and I can tell that I haven't been doing my gacha.
You get those from gyms? You get those from raids?
That's what I thought. So I can tell that. I mean, I do a few little raids, but I mean, it would be to the point where I'd throw away 10 to 20 max potions. I had so many. 13 now. I have 13 of those.
I still have triple digit on max potions. But
I know it's not triple digits. I said I used to have triple digits.
No,
Joe?
I said I have triple digits.
Oh, you have triple digits. Yeah, so I need to get my butt back into gear and get those my gacha going on. Gotcha. I don't know. That sounds like gotcha going on. There's your title.
JackitK says item management was always one of his pet peeves in the game. Like it always just felt tacked on. I'm assuming what he means is also unnecessary. Because, I mean, it's not like it takes much in their database to do this, to store the data. So
who invited you to raid?
Artificially throttled.
Jabadon, I saw him. I'm not.
It was Jabadon. Yep. Jabadon's in our Discord.
Oh wow!
You should become friends with Jabadon. Actually, Jabadon had to.
Jabadon's a fraud.
Jabadon had to specifically remove people to add me. So apparently,
aren't you special?
Apparently, I'm just more special than you are. Yep.
Well, no. Apparently, Jabadon's smart. No one's like, why would I cut people from my list to add somebody who doesn't play the game? And you would be right.
Who actively says he doesn't send gifts to people.
I did last week. I sent all of my gifts to people last week. I think it's probably the first time in 2 months or more. So fair enough. All right, February events. I like this graphic by Couple of Gaming. It's brought to us by Amiibo Fan 101, user on Reddit, and it's done by Couple of Gaming. This is really cool, man. It has the field research. We see Snorlax popping out of the box. You got the 5-star raid people's in there, the mega raids in there. It's a nice, nifty little, easy to read graphic that even filthy casual can embrace and understand. And forget next week and be like, Joe,
what's coming up? What's happening?
Yeah. Okay, we'll end with that in a minute. But the problem with XL Candy is not so much about the amount of grind, but more about the form of grind. And this is the discussion from a user on Reddit. This is on the Self Road. And I'll read the TLDR and let Joe give his thoughts on all this. XL Candy brings almost nothing new to the game because it's the exact same grind, just more and with a different name. The XL Candy mechanic could have been so much more fun, but the opportunity is wasted because Niantic chose the easiest and laziest, although lucrative design. Nothing wrong, just disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree. There's people in the comments talking about how even whales are struggling to get some of their Pokemon up to level 50. For instance, let's see, who's this? Peasus. Peasus is saying that they're seeing Twitter posts of some of the whales who've done 500 or more Kyogre or Groudon raids and didn't get enough XL Candy to max them out. You know, that's excessive. Yeah. And so, yeah, there, as the XL Candy is an interesting thought, an interesting brainstorm idea. I just don't know if Niantic thought it all the way through.
Well, yeah. They didn't have to because it still makes them a ton of money. I mean, there's two ways. Well, there's probably more than two ways, but there's two oversimplified ways to make a game. One with the fans and gameplay in mind, and the other with, hey, we're a business. Let's see how much money we can make at this. I think Niantic toes the line a little bit with that. Better than some other companies for sure. But they make no bones about it. They want our money. And so I think this is I think they gave us other things. I mean, if we were to sit down with somebody who thought we weren't recording them, right? So they're just blatantly honest with us. Some exec at Niantic, they were like, we gave you this, and this because of COVID. We've gotten rid of everything. We got to make money somehow, and this is the way to do it. I've never played the main series games to know how cool or uncool or how hard or not hard it was to do the XLs and the mega evolutions and the leveling.
XL Candy wasn't a thing.
So this is new to this game. Well, then, there you go. If this is only here in this game, it was to say, hey, let's get some more money.
Well, powering up Pokemon via candy is also just in this game as well.
So. And there you go.
Yeah. It's that. I mean, the candy system has been a point of contention, although people haven't brought it up in a long time. But it's always been a point of contention with people who are used to grinding levels through battles in the main series games, and now here you just have to catch the same Pokemon over and over and over and over and over again in order to level stuff up. So people are like, I miss the battling of wild Pokemon and things like that. I mean, either way, it is a grind. But yeah, basically this person is just wishing that there were some more fun ways and interesting ways, some new mechanics new grindy mechanics, I guess, new forms of the grind.
Yeah.
Because right now it's, again, XL Candy is just catch. That's what it is. And so they wish that there was another set of challenges. You know what might be interesting for this is to introduce. So in the main series games, they have catch streaks where you catch the same Pokemon over and over and over.
Chaining, right?
Exactly. And so they could introduce something similar to that where it also increases your chances of it being shiny, because that's the point of chaining in the main series games, but also increases the number of XL candy you get from the grind. And that would make it especially profitable, beneficial during community days, because getting a really large chain going would be super easy. So if they added that mechanic, then community days would get an even bigger bonus and incentive to doing them. So just an interesting thought, brainstorm. I haven't actually thought about the repercussions of doing something like that, but it's just something that's popped up in my head. So
JackitK's got a good point. I don't know if either point is intentional, but I can think of two reasons beyond money for this. One, trying to make powering up a long-term investment, and two, prioritizing non-legendaries over legendaries, since it's easier to get their candy. And he does agree with you. Chaining for XL would be a cool feature. Not sure if they want to encourage avoiding certain Pokemon to keep chains going, but I can think of ways to get around it.
Yeah.
So,
well, and then people would be chaining raids as well if that was a thing, and so that could be pretty lucrative for Niantic, because then people will be buying even more raid passes in order to chain specific raids. So,
well, speaking of finding ways around things, Pokemon Go hack lawsuit ends with a $5 million settlement. This thing's phenomenal here. Lawsuit filed in 2019 by Niantic Inc. has reached a settlement. So the hacking group Global Plus Plus, right, was a rogue developer. We talked about this back in 2019 when the news broke, that they were selling hacked versions of Pokemon Go, Ingress, and Harry Potter Wizards Unite that lets you spoof your GPS location. So not the extra steps of putting on hacks on your computer or on your phone and then spoofing GPS, but it lets you do it in game and use features like auto walk. And they had subscriptions. You paid for this stuff to do that. So this hacking group, because they absolutely have been found to have used original code from Niantic and all of Niantic's maps and this and that and the other. And basically, they're paying out $5 million in damages and will have to cease a number of activities, including making Niantic hacks, selling programs that include Niantic's code, and accessing or interfering with Niantic's servers and data in general. And this is one of the first times that Niantic has had a lawsuit where they got paid.
Yeah, because they've had a couple of lawsuits that have gone the other way for them. So
yeah, quite a few. But I found this fascinating because it's a hacking group, and let's be real. How dumb are you to be a hacking group based in the U.S. to try to make money off the stuff you're hacking? The only real way to get away with that is in another country that doesn't give a flying crap about our rules.
Well, and I wonder how much money they made.
Allegedly, in the lawsuit, they made millions by selling hundreds of thousands of subscriptions.
Yeah. We don't know how many millions, but yes.
Yeah.
I am interested in what the actual number is, but they have agreed to pay out $5 million, which to me makes it sound like they're taking this deal and cutting their losses, because they made much more than that.
Or it's going to be structured, right? These payments are never like, here, we'll write you a check and done. It's structured over time and this and that. So it's like $5 million over 50 years. I don't know if it's that long, but you know what I'm saying? It's a while.
Yeah.
And so you have the structure, and they did it to avoid the other major things that could come, and lots more millions of dollars. jail time, all kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. JackitK says nuts to think that they would get away with this.
Right.
I
Especially because they're based in California, apparently, because that's where the lawsuit was. And it's
yeah.
like,
I can't help but think that they weren't expecting to get away with it indefinitely. I suspect they were planning on, well, not planning, but they had planned for getting caught, and they were just hoping to, cash in as much as they could before that happened.
yeah, and you're right. Maybe they've hidden a bunch of money to where they 5 million is nothing. Like, oh, yeah, no, yeah. You're right. We only made like $8 million, but we spent all this on expenses. So 5 million is always half. Sure, let's go with that number. You could be right. That's the fun conspiracy.
Well,
theory part
and that's what, this is completely different from the tech world, but that's what pharmaceutical people do. They they make a drug with the expectation that somewhere down the line they'll get sued for the various side effects, and they call it acceptable risk, and they plan on how much they'll have to settle out of court for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's personally, I find it unethical, but that's
and it's not just pharmaceuticals. There's a lot of big companies have that policy, and it's sad. But you know what's not sad, Joe?
I don't know. What is not
Patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, where Clara has joined our family over there.
Woot woot! And I've already sent a request to Clara. I wonder if Clara has added me as a friend. I'll have to check.
Well, Clara, I will accept your friendship request if you hit me up in the game. But yeah, Clara has joined us, and we caught her as a legendary, and very, very awesome stuff there. While you're looking at whatever you're going to look at there, play your game, I'm going to play a speed pod. Actually, it's this button. I'll play it. Hey, I didn't realize I hadn't muted our feedback there, so there we go. And this is from JackitJ, because, it's one better than K. Right? One less. Dang it! I messed it up, K. Here you go.
So apparently I promised an update on the Shiny Rayquaza Lucky trade. Don't know why I did. There's no way it would have been as good as the other stuff that I did last week. And sure enough, it panned out that way. IV spread on that thing was a 12, 12, 15, which sounds great. Normally it's good, but then you remember it was a lucky Pokemon. And with those lucky Pokemon, the lowest it can be is 12.
So you got a bottom of the barrel.
At least it makes a good Pokemon home transfer. And I already have a really good shiny lucky Rayquaza. And at least it wasn't like that one time I did a lucky trade. I guess I have a little time to tell that story.
Do you get
Not the last time, but the time before that remote trading was a thing. There was one person that I was lucky friends with that we were trying to do a trade. We decided to swap Origin Form Giratina. The trade went through, but for whatever reason, maybe because their phone died at the end, whatever it may be, the lucky friend trade did not result in lucky Pokemon. IVs were terrible. It did not sparkle like a lucky Pokemon. It wasn't a lucky Pokemon. To this day, I don't really know what happened. I went to Niantic. I don't think I really got an answer. I got a remote raid pass from them, so at least they compensated me somehow. And at least it wasn't like I was hurting. It was a spare one that I was probably going to transfer anyways, but it still kind of sucked, and I still had a hard time getting back to remote trading after that incident.
Oh, okay. That just abruptly stopped. Here's the second part.
Oh, and a little editor's note. Shellhold is not as bad as I made it out to be. Yeah, you can't switch, which is very detrimental to a Pokemon game, but from my experiences playing it, I never ran into it as an issue. It probably would be a bigger deal if this stuff was in Pokemon Go, or usable in any sort of competitive Pokemon game. But then there's moves in the main series game like Block, which basically do the same thing, but you never really hear about them in any of the competitive scene. My theory of why that's the case is as more time passes by, more and more moves are introduced that allow you to bypass that. There's moves like Baton Pass that allow you to bypass most of this stuff, while passing buffs like attack and defense buffs. Moves that do damage swap out, which I'm pretty sure ignore these effects as well, like U-turn, and you may be familiar with it in Pokemon Go as a fast move, Volt Switch, all allow you to bypass what would seem to be a very devastating effect. But yeah, I definitely see how that stuff could be broken in Pokemon Go, especially if the things introduced in the main series games to counteract moves like that weren't also introduced in Pokemon Go. But hey, if Niantic's looking for things to bring over from the main series games, but feels things like held items and abilities are too complicated, these are ideas you can keep in mind as well.
I don't know what happened there, JackitK, but it seems like it cut you off twice. But I do appreciate the information that you're throwing out, and that, yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Podcast is made possible.
Nope, that is the Patreon. Hey, you know what? I love Mike Woodard. Let's listen to his beautiful. Nah, it's in the edit. Never mind. Here we go. Is this what I'm looking for? Nope.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dang it. You know what, Joe? I'm just going to do it. What time is it, Joe?
It is time for random trivia. And this week, I want to talk about Sneasel and its evolved form Weevil. They are dark ice-type Pokemon. They are both the Sharp Claw Pokemon. They were introduced in Generation 2. Well, let me back up. Sneasel was introduced in Generation 2. Weevil, or Weavile, however you want to pronounce that, because, pronunciations are fluid here, was Generation 4. Again, it's one of those ones where they're like, hey, I like that. Let's evolve it. Or make a baby form of it. They just come back to it. Anyway, Sneasel, its Pokedex entry says, its paws conceal sharp claws. That's a bit on the nose.
Its
the
paws
sharp
look like claws, to be honest
the
with you.
sharp claw Pokemon, a bit on the nose there. If attacked, it suddenly extends the claws and startles its enemy.
So it's Wolverine?
I guess, kind of.
And here's what I don't understand. Is the green part the paw then? Because the white part is claws, and they're always out in all the artwork that I'm seeing on this Pokemon. So where are the claws hidden? I'm not following.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
That's a great
Random
question.
trivia is not supposed to be a discussion, is it? I'm not supposed to ask good questions. My bad.
So Sneasel is based off of a Kamaitachi, which is a type of yokai, which if you're unfamiliar with those Japanese terms, a yokai...
That's a legendary fox, right?
Well, a yokai is a supernatural monster or spirit. And so the Kamaitachi, if I'm saying that right, it's a type of creature that apparently rides on a dust devil. But yeah, looking at the artwork of a Kamaitachi, it definitely looks a bit like a Sneasel. They're like a spirit weasel or a monster weasel, which again is where Sneasel's name comes from, sneaky and weasel. So it is a type of weasel.
I know this is going to shock you, but I want to interrupt for just a second. An anonymous cheerer, literally that's the name, popped into our chat and cheered 20 bits. Thank you, an anonymous cheerer. That's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Living up to your name.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, carry on, sir.
And then a lot of people mistake Sneasel for a cat, which makes a lot of sense because it sound like a cat and it looks a bit like a cat, but it is based off of a weasel. Weavile, its Pokedex entry says they live in cold regions, forming groups of 4 or 5 that hunt prey with impressive coordination. So yeah, you don't want to meet them in a dark alley. Like I said earlier in the show, Sneasel and subsequently Weevil, their shiny forms go from that blue-gray to a pink. Weavile is also, again, based off of that same weasel yokai. So it shares traits with both cats and weasels. Its name is a combination of weasel and vile or evil or a combination of all three. And yeah, so get out there and grab it during the special research day. Lava 2401 bragging about the shiny Sneasel that they've got. Pretty awesome.
I totally misread that. I don't know why. I totally misread that I hate shiny Sneasels as I have shiny Sneasel. That was straight up my bad. Yeah, no, that's not special. Fairy types, when you get to the screen, they have purple little fairies floating around, right? I don't think I caught a special snub bull.
Okay.
But yeah, and another shear threw in some more bits. So, now what's the evolution of
Sneasel evolves into Weavile?
Weavile, that's right. I do have a Weavile.
Oh, were you checking to see if you've got it?
Yeah, I was pretty sure I had it, and I do.
Yeah, I've got it. I just don't have a shiny one. And then for the event, just a reminder: Sneasel takes a Sinnoh Stone to evolve. I'm going to double check it. Sneasel, takes a Sinnoh Stone to evolve into Weavile. So make sure you've got that.
I do. So I'm going to play with that when that comes up. But you know what time else it is, Joe?
Time to get out of here because you've got another podcast that you're going to record.
That is it. If you would like to email us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. We've got new mailers coming. It'll be February 8th when they get here. They're going to be branded with our logo. It looks really good. Joe and I saw them tonight. And so if you're part of Patreon.com/PokemonGoPodcast, and I do owe a few to people who have helped out through the chat. So I've got a whole list that's going out. We've got this is the ginormous version. We've got the what is this? Squirrel Squad. The Squirrel Squad 3D print coming out with our logo embossed in the back. I was very proud of that work that I did. I didn't design the Squirrel Squad. I did emboss the logo in the back of them, though. So I was proud of that. Those will be coming in fully branded mailers here mid-February. So get in now at the $5 level, there's not really higher. It's what, $2, $1, $2, and $5.
I think it's 1 and 5.
1 and 5, 1 and 3. I don't know, something. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Facebook's Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. Twitch.tv is live 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday nights at Pokemon Go Podcast. So it's twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. And if you want to have your voice on the show, much like JackitK did, and I threw myself off there because I went, last week we got told the frauds would be coming this week, and yet they didn't. So the fraud is a fraud of all people to be fraudulent. But you can leave your voicemail by going to PokemonGoPodcast.com. Speak-pipe tabs on the right-hand side. We would love to hear from you. Joe, where can they hear from you on the web?
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. Where can they find you rocking out?
Rock Got a Pod on Twitter. You can Google Rock Got a Podcasting. You can Google Charles McFall. I'm all out there. And CharlesMcFall.com has most of my projects that I work on. And if you're in the North Georgia area, you can find me running on the ambulance half the time and hiring people so I don't have to be on the ambulance anymore. So there you go. All right. Tune in next week to hear Joe say.
Well, clearly, Sneasel should be a Pokemon that paints on an easel by sneezing.
Oh! No! Oh, that hurt me so much I got a cramp in my side, Joe. Ow! Oh, that was so gross. I did not expect you to say that at all.